Okay, we're up here on the roof in southeast Grand Rapids. We've got everything measured out and diagrammed. We are going to itemize a quote for redoing the roof on the garage. Don't let me forget to ask you guys about this satellite dish. Is that staying or going? This is a 1940s build, and I want to show you something here because, as I might have guessed, the decking under here is plank instead of plywood, and one of the issues with plank is that it has gaps in between the boards. I don't know if you can see this or not, but see that nail and going right into that gap? It's not even going into wood. So this is why Michigan code tells us that we need to have a solidly sheathed deck, because some of your nails could go into the gaps between the plank boards, and it'll be a better quality job if we go over it with sheathing. Let me just say that. I'm going to climb onto the main part of the roof now and come to the valley. You notice they've got an open valley with about a 7-inch exposure, just a rolled asphalt down there. We don't typically do a open valley like that anymore unless we're doing metal. So it'll be a closed valley. It'll just have one straight cut going slightly down the center. Another thing I wanted to point out on this roof is it has a lot of algae growth that was once here, and then it died and kind of washed away. So it creates these little craters here in your shingle. You can see all those black spots everywhere. These don't necessarily create a leak today, but if left alone, they'll eventually cause a hole in your shingle. There was a lot more algae growth too on the front, but just, you know, a little bit of moss back here. Same thing. You get a good quality shingle nowadays, and they're going to have a high content of copper and zinc to kill any algae. You can see right here you've got a nail head that's sticking out. There's definitely water coming in around that. I don't know if you guys have noticed it on the inside, but it's definitely leaking in there. You got an old style aluminum ridge vent, which stops about 4 feet from the edge. We like to run our ridge vent all the way to the edge so it's nice and flush and it looks a little bit better than this. And also we use a different style of ridge vent that I'll show you. Here's what I was talking about on the front with the algae growth. I'm sure you've probably seen it yourselves, but yeah, see, just moss and algae everywhere. Here's another reason we don't do these open valleys with the asphalt. It's got nice big gouges and cracks. This here, where they're getting severe ice buildup, it's just down to the metal. We're going to replace one skylight. This is a very old style metal frame skylight, deck mounted. So we'll replace that with a like and similar. These pipes up here, you've got 2 pipes. Those get new flashing boots around them too. And other than that, we'll the antenna there, we'll probably remove that, I would assume. But other than that, it's one layer of shingles. Again, we're going to recommend a full resheet over the existing plank boards, but we won't know if you necessarily have to do that to meet code until we do further inspection in the attic. Other than that, it's a pretty simple, straightforward roof job. So we'll go down and we'll see what we've got.